Hello, welcome to this week's reading. So I'm excited. We're going into February. This month, this actual year is just taking off with a bang. People are experiencing all sorts of crazy transformations that they never could have imagined. Seeing some great but unexpected things happen with a lot of people I know. So I'm supporting you all the way. Want to put a plug in there. If you would like a private card reading, please let me know. I do those all the time, delivering them as a private link through YouTube. And I'm having a great time and giving people a perspective that perhaps they hadn't expected to receive for some messages. So let's get on to the reading this week. So if you chose, this is the messages from your animal spirit guides. I cannot believe how much this card deck is coming up. I have done in total 7 card readings today, and quite a few of them are using this deck. So there's something about animal energy that's coming through loud and clear here. So what we have is the Falcon. Wow. And the card itself says, act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. So my intention when I picked these cards was what would allow you to take flight. That concept, that choice of words came through loud and clear. What's going to allow you to experience more joy and more freedom, like more of a sense of being who you are, being uninhibited, just letting your voice ring out, your sense of freedom of who you want to be. So for this card, I really get the sense that you've got some decision facing you, and to just move on it. It might not make any sense. It might seem backwards. There may be people around you saying, what the hell are you thinking? There may be some sort of disruptive people trying to put roadblocks up, or it feels like there's some sort of challenge to making that decision, even though maybe you've already come to the decision in your mind, but you're questioning it. And the Falcon is sitting there very full of pride and promise and a clear-minded vision of moving forward. And so go for it. Act on it. Whatever it is that you're deciding on, you need to just move. Just go. I keep going back to that Matt Kahn. I've told so many people about this. The video by Matt Kahn on cycling energy and how important it is to just cycle through things and allow new energy to come in. And whatever you're deciding on does not have to last a lifetime. It could be for the moment. It could be for this time right now. And then it's shifting over and it's changing. So don't look at everything like it's a life or death situation or it's going to be forever and I've got to get the choice just right. And what if I don't like it? And you're putting way too much pressure on yourself. So what is going to give you flight this week is going for it. And that might be a really small decision or it might be a really big decision. But whatever it is that you've been contemplating and maybe feeling like either you're getting in your own way about it or others are kind of blocking your choice, or so you feel, you have a perspective that they are blocking it or poo-pooing your idea. Never mind. It's none of your business. And I'm moving ahead. Even if it's your own family, I'm going to say that. Even if it's your own family, it's coming to you for a reason. So please move forward. It gives you wings. It's the Red Bull. So go for it. Okay, so next up is for those that chose this card. This is from the Mary Magdalene deck, which I love, and it is the transformation card. This is just beautiful. I really think for those that chose this card, you're likely going to have a lot of exciting transitions happening that are moving you towards your highest good, is what it feels like. And it could be for like the first half of the year, and then you're kind of in action mode for the second half. And just really welcome it. Welcome the change. I am feeling really heavy solar plexus energy with all this yellow. That's the real focus of this card. And that's about really accepting and welcoming your self-worth, your sense of self-esteem, really bringing that forward, and believing in yourself. It's like this gut feeling that everything's going to be okay, knowing that you just keep moving forward with faith and knowing it's going to happen, whatever you're wanting to change and shift. Because the change, for those that chose this card, change is going to be a real big theme for you this year. And I'm like the cheerleader of change. Good stuff, expanded stuff, the most expansive version of you can only come out if you allow continual change to come up. And when we block it and say, no, I'm safer over here and I know what this is and this feels right, or it feels safe. There's nothing wrong with safety and security, but we all know that artwork that says, your comfort zone is outside of that little circle, that drawing that says your comfort zone's out here, or the change in transformation is out there, even though your comfort zone is here. So welcome it, I guess I would say. What's going to make you take flight is allowing yourself to dig out that rototiller and to till up the bedrock that is your life. And that doesn't need to mean that it's total upheaval and like chaos, but it means that you're allowing in change in order to grow and expand. And I am really your biggest cheerleader on that and want you to see your light as brightly as I see it and see the promise and feel that sense of taking flight. That phrase is very important this week. So welcome in that change, welcome in that transformation, because it's coming because you're ready. It's coming because you're there. And your spirit, your team knows you got this and you're going to be fine. So just welcome it in and know that this is really it's transformational on every level, but so meaningful at this time, and knowing that you're supported. Okay? Then the final card is the one that was at the top of the spread I had laid out. It's interesting that it was in this triad sort of formation. This is from the Energy Oracle deck, and it is woman holding a coin. I think these cards are very interesting. And what I get with this is that, what's going to make you take flight this week is fitting a round object into a square hole, because I'm really drawn to this coin that's got the square hole, but it's a round piece, and she's like making it happen. She's shaping her hand around it, and if anybody can do it, it's you. You have all the riches. You have nature at your side with this black cat. It's sort of that sense of magic and wonder. And to really, in order to take flight, invite in more freedom, invite in more joy, live outside of the lines. And don't be afraid to take that round peg and put it in a square hole, or the reverse, or a triangular hole or whatever. Do things different. And it's really challenging the ideas that maybe have always been with us since our childhood, that we had to do it like this, or that there was some right way. There is no right way. We are all so different. Some people absolutely love, a really fuel-efficient Prius. Some people really like to buy used cars so that you get the most use out of a vehicle, and you're not contributing to adding even more vehicles to the planet. You're like using up the life of one. Some people are all about, I gotta have the BMW, and they love that speed and acceleration, and I'm one of those people. I love it, such a thrill. But we're all so different. Some people don't even freaking want a car. Awesome. I mean, thank goodness we're all different, and thank goodness there are these people that want to put something round in a square hole, because she's got life by the tail. Do you see that? Like, the cat is sitting so serenely happy by her side. She's got all this affluence and a sense of regalness and almost royalty with all of that purple. She's sitting on a beautiful like settee, and deep roots of really being very cultured and having it together. And I just get a sense that she's just very put together, but she's not afraid to challenge what always has been. So in order to take flight, have more freedom, more joy, do it different. You're supported, and by you doing it different, you're showing us all another way that can be done, and that allows more choices for everybody else. By you even just introducing it and trying it, even if it's not successful, who's to say that if you try it again in a few months from now, or if somebody else they see what you're doing and they decide to try it and it works and they tweak it a little to make it their own, you've just created a new choice. You just created a new venue. And the more choices in anything we have in life, the greater freedom we feel. So I hope these messages are helpful, and I appreciate you taking part in it, and have a great week ahead. Wishing you good juju.